There was no emerging and diverse manager industry 20 years ago. And I think that when Renee got started with Consortium, that was part of creating the industry and institutionalizing the space and highlighting the opportunity that we all know exists.
The name itself really symbolized what it was, right? Bringing everyone together, right, in a productive way. And from the selection of the name to every element, it was just a perfect execution.
I didn't see diversity at the LP level. I didn't see diversity hardly anywhere. And then I heard about Consortium, and I could not wait to be a part of this thing called Consortium.
Mark Kaznov, who was my mentor as well as my boss, he really encouraged me to pursue my marketing, really establish a presence in the marketplace. So that really teed me up for what was to come, which was establishing RG & Associates. The interests of institutional investors were waning a bit. I said, okay, what can I do to take advantage of this opportunity? But also, how can I put my passion, my creativity, and my desire to really have some kind of influence on the industry?
Renee's consortiums were really the first convenings where these discussions were being had.
Renee was able to bring together people who really and truly wanted access to capital with people who had access to capital that, frankly, the combination of the two created, I think, a first of its kind marketplace.
Consortium has really been the steering wheel. It's been at the center of this dramatic evolution.
I just wanted people to show up and say it was good, because I strongly believe you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So I wanted Consortium to have a bang.
And the first one was eye-opening, and just thought, this is where we need to be. But in the back of my head, the fun way to think about my first memory was, why is everybody hugging and kissing everybody? Everybody knew each other and just were happy to see each other. It was just, it's a community.
And I also had this vision of Consortium being like a learning lab for institutional investors. You know, really troubleshooting, you know, figuring it out, because back then there was no data, or very little. There weren't a lot of examples of success.
What Consortium has done is built out this training module, both for LPs, GPs, and emerging managers, in a way where people can opt into the Consortium and meet their needs where they're at.
How do you do this? How do you not do it? Where are the successes? What's the best way to manage it? How do you message it? And so we were grappling with all those issues. And these convenings were the first time these questions were really being asked, and we were all looking for answers for them. And nobody really had them.
When people finally got to sort of the dessert of the event, the ability to come together and have the speed networking, I think that was my favorite part of it.
The Consortium is the first time I ever went on a speed date, either personally or professionally. It really was a great setting. We have met and invested in managers as a result of that networking.
In the emerging manager space, we have to make sure we create room and opportunity for Roman numeral I and Roman numeral II funds. And so we're excited that there's $250 billion, but the opportunity of this conference is always to make sure there's the boot camp and there's the entry point for new managers.
Without a doubt, the underpinning of everything that we do in the space is just the quality of everybody that we're investing with and the quality of the return. It's what drew us to the space to begin with. It's what we're trying to drive and impact with Consortium, and it is the fundamental, strength.
I remember attending a conference in New York, and Frank Baker with Sirius Capital, the founder, was standing at the podium, and he said to this 400, 500 person audience that he had met his first 4 LPs at Consortium. I really wanted it to be a place that, again, met the needs of the community, but also a place where the pipeline could grow.
Consortium helps with this. I think the LPs help with this, but our managers have got to be smart about this. They've got to be resourceful. They've got to be creative in coming up with strategies that have a tail.
And then it's just make those returns. It becomes easy. If they make the good investments and get the returns, then it's self-fulfilling and everybody wins.
You too will be a 10-year overnight success.
You can do this and it will not reduce returns. And there are a lot of emerging managers out there. Well, guess what? There's a lot of seasoned, established managers too. Your job is identifying the best ones and choosing them and investing with them. You can do that in this field as well.
If you look to your left and look to your right, if there's no diversity on your team, if there's not enough diversity in your fund manager selection, then we need you to do more.
I hope that we become a more inclusive and diverse industry, that we won't need to focus on diverse manager events. I mean, that's my hope.
It would be wonderful to take people out of their boxes, right? So not just looking for diverse managers when there's a diverse manager mandate, but having diverse managers be a first thought for any mandate, realizing that they're capable, competent, and prepared, and can deliver on the mandate and create victories. That would be my hope.
I would love it if in 20 years from now, and maybe it doesn't have to be that long from now, nobody says, we haven't made enough progress, we need to do more.
I think I'm most proud of the young people that I'm seeing that are coming into the space that have hope. And if consortium has been a sort of walkway that they could take, or anyone could take, to see opportunities in this space, if it has been a catalyst for some capital flows to increase, and we create that opening, that pathway for them, to me, that's what I would be most proud of.
I'm Mark Kazanov. Greetings from California. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you all in New York. Renee, what an accomplishment. You have managed to highlight the skills and talents of emerging managers, and you've brought a sense of community and matched that with opportunity. I'm so glad I've been on this journey with you. Congratulations again, and everyone enjoy this conference.